Welcome to this comprehensive guide on writing persuasive essays. In this video, we'll dive into what a persuasive essay is, explore different types of essays, and examine the structure of a persuasive essay. We'll also cover key persuasive techniques that can help you craft a compelling argument. Let's get started. A persuasive essay is a form of writing that aims to convince the reader to agree with the writer's perspective. It involves presenting well-reasoned arguments, backing them up with evidence, and persuading the reader to adopt a specific point of view. This type of essay is often used in academic settings, debates, and various forms of advocacy. There are 4 primary types of essays, each with its own purpose and approach to writing. 1. Descriptive essays. Descriptive essays focus on providing detailed descriptions of a person, place, event, or object. The goal is to create a vivid image in the reader's mind using sensory details such as sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures. For example, a descriptive essay might depict a bustling city market, painting a picture of the vibrant colors, lively sounds, and enticing aromas. 2. Narrative essays. Narrative essays are structured like a story, with a beginning, middle, and end. They often tell a personal story or recount an event from the writer's life. The purpose is to engage the reader through relatable experiences and to convey a particular theme or message. A narrative essay might describe a transformative journey, capturing the emotions and lessons learned along the way. 3. Expository essays. Expository essays aim to explain a topic or idea by breaking it down into smaller, understandable parts. The writer presents information in a logical and organized manner, often using facts, statistics, and examples. For instance, an expository essay might explain the process of photosynthesis, detailing each step and its significance. 4. Persuasive essays. Persuasive essays seek to convince the reader to adopt a particular viewpoint. The writer uses arguments, evidence, and persuasive techniques to build a strong case. For example, a persuasive essay might advocate for green marketing practices, emphasizing their benefits for both businesses and the environment. The writer would present arguments supporting the adoption of eco-friendly marketing strategies and use evidence to back up these claims. To better understand how these different essay types function, consider this comparison table. Now, let's focus on the structure of a persuasive essay, which is key to its effectiveness. A persuasive essay typically includes 3 main parts: the introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. Each part plays a critical role in constructing a coherent and convincing argument. Let's break down the structure of a persuasive essay using an example topic: organizational transparency. This table outlines each part of the essay, providing descriptions and specific examples to illustrate how each section contributes to the overall argument. In the introduction row, we see that the introduction's purpose is to introduce the topic and present the thesis. The example provided states that organizational transparency is essential for building trust and accountability in a company. This sets the stage for the argument by clearly defining the focus of the essay. The hook is designed to grab the reader's attention. Here, the hook is a provocative statement. Imagine working for a company where decisions are made behind closed doors and information is withheld from employees. This immediately engages the reader by presenting a relatable and concerning scenario. The thesis statement is the core argument the essay will prove. In this example, the thesis argues that organizational transparency is vital for cultivating trust, promoting accountability, and ensuring the sustainable growth of a company. This statement clearly outlines the main points that will be supported in the essay. Moving on to body paragraph 1, this section supports the thesis with evidence and examples. The example highlights how transparency encourages trust among employees. It explains that when management shares information openly, it builds confidence and morale, leading to higher productivity. The topic sentence for body paragraph 1 introduces the main idea of that paragraph. Transparent communication strengthens employee trust in management. This sentence sets the expectation for the evidence that follows, ensuring the paragraph remains focused. Body paragraph 2 further supports the thesis, with additional evidence. The example given is that transparency promotes accountability by making actions visible and open to evaluation by stakeholders. This paragraph emphasizes the importance of visibility in preventing unethical behavior and fostering responsibility. The topic sentence for body paragraph 2 introduces the idea that open access to information holds individuals accountable for their actions. This frames the paragraph's focus, connecting back to the thesis while adding a new layer to the argument. Next, in body paragraph 3, the essay adds even more support to the thesis. The example discusses how transparency fosters better decision-making by involving all levels of the organization. The idea is that when employees understand the reasoning behind decisions, they are more likely to support and contribute to their implementation. The topic sentence for body paragraph 3 is, involving employees in the decision-making process leads to more effective and inclusive solutions. This sentence highlights the benefit of transparency in decision-making, reinforcing the overall argument. In the counterargument row, the essay presents an opposing viewpoint. The example here acknowledges that some people might argue too much transparency could overwhelm employees with information and hinder swift decision-making. This shows that the essay is considering different perspectives, which strengthens its credibility. The refutation row then disproves the counterargument. The example argues that well-structured transparency avoids overloading employees with information by ensuring that only relevant details are shared. This ensures that transparency still leads to informed decision-making and efficiency, countering the concerns raised. Finally, in the conclusion row, the essay summarizes the main points and reinforces the thesis. The example concludes by stating that organizational transparency is not just a trend but a necessity for modern businesses, and it emphasizes that transparency builds trust, promotes accountability, and enhances decision-making, all contributing to long-term success. This leaves the reader with a strong, clear message that ties the entire essay together. This structured approach to a persuasive essay ensures that each part of the essay is purposeful and contributes effectively to convincing the reader of the argument. By following this format, your essay will be coherent, compelling, and persuasive. Persuasive writing relies on various techniques to strengthen your argument. Let's explore each one. Emotive language. This technique uses words that evoke strong emotions, such as heartbreaking or inspiring, to connect with the reader on a deeper level. It makes your argument resonate by appealing to the reader's feelings. Rhetorical questions. These are questions asked to make a point rather than to elicit an answer. For example, who wouldn't want a better future? This technique encourages the reader to think critically and often leads them to agree with your perspective. Repetition. Repeating key phrases or ideas emphasizes their importance and makes them more memorable. For instance, the slogan "Reduce, Reuse, Recycle" reinforces the importance of environmental conservation. Analogy. Analogies compare two things to clarify a point, helping the reader understand complex ideas by relating them to something familiar. For example, comparing a company's growth to a tree that needs care and nurturing to flourish. Statistical data. Using numbers and statistics such as 90% of customers prefer companies with transparent policies provides concrete evidence that supports your argument, making it more credible. Anecdotal evidence. This technique involves sharing personal stories or experiences to illustrate a point, making your argument more relatable and engaging. Appeals. These can be appeals to logic, logos, emotion, pathos, or credibility, ethos. For example, an appeal to logic might involve using clear reasoning and evidence to make a case, while an appeal to emotion might focus on the reader's feelings to persuade them. Rebuttal. Addressing and refuting opposing viewpoints strengthens your argument by showing that you've considered other perspectives and have evidence to counter them. In conclusion, a well-crafted persuasive essay can effectively sway the reader by presenting clear arguments, supporting evidence, and using persuasive techniques. By understanding the structure of a persuasive essay and applying these techniques, you'll be well-equipped to write compelling essays that influence and persuade your audience. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell to stay updated and drop a comment with your thoughts. Follow us on social media for more content. Links are in the description. See you in the next video.